Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're having a great day, and thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. My name is Hello Good Trades, I believe. I don't know, is that what this channel's called? You may know me as Hello Good Game. I create Magic the Gathering content and really love trading as well. And I've been doing it daily for maybe 4 or at this point 5 years. Oh my God, a long time. And still doing it. So like no signs of stopping. Really enjoy it, and just here to level up my whole process, right? My craft. It's easy not to do the recaps, and this is a way for myself to hold a little bit of accountability over my head. So we've been doing it with some success, and I'm here on time and looking to do our daily review, right? What went right and what went wrong throughout the day, and maybe how can we improve, right? Avoid some of those pitfalls and focusing on those strengths. So morning watch list is here. The daily theme is still drones. It's still crypto because crypto's pumping. Where Bitcoin's at 120, right? So that's been happening, and then we'll just start things off. I do have some. Oh, we have this already there. That's okay. Just so I don't lose it. SQFT. So in the morning, we had this pop up really aggressively. I think I took the first trade on the bottom, though. No, on top, we got stopped out. Right, must have been over here. I don't think I have it charted. I think I woke up late, seen the reversal, took it, put my stop under the 21, and it did break down, but we re-entered, right, which is important. SQFT on top. Usually I have, is very early for me, so I probably just grabbed the same marker, moved it over to my new entry. But that is bad for the review process, because now I can't talk about why our trade failed. I mean, I know it was here somewhere, but I don't have those exact things, right? Like, we would have been putting our stop under VWAP or the 21 at most. But re-entering, because we did hold the 200, right? Now that's the important part. Getting stopped out is going to be part of it. I'll try to make sure I do leave that there to visualize for you guys, though, in the future, and even myself, right? But our second entry, we see, reclaim VWAP. It has that trend retest here, and it goes from there, right? So we can put our stop under that pullback low. Our entry is where we get it, unfortunately. Burned earlier, so we don't want to be too eager on that second entry. We really want it to have confirmation, so we wait for this bar to close and open above VWAP, right? Because it could just break down again. So before we take entry, we wait for the bar to open and close above VWAP. Here it is. There's our entry, and we get our 1-to-1 really easily. We get a 2-to-1 and a 3-to-1, as well as a 4-to-1. This is kind of, it should be over here, but they're all a little, because it happens so fast sometimes, right? So ID is actually like this, right? 1, 2, 3. And then it did die down pretty aggressively. Didn't stop us out. So you can see how ninja this original stop loss was, right? Under this swing low here. Because it held beautifully, right? You want those candles to open and close below if you're stopping out. Just tiny little liquidity wicks is nothing. Reversal, trend retest, right? Here's our reversal signal, the 21 crossing the 50, which was simultaneous to the trend retest, which is pretty cool. You could even, and then key level breakout is VWAP. This section of candles here, closing above. You want to call this a secondary trend retest, that's fine, because it kind of did do that throughout the whole run. But we do get out with our 5-to-1 after a morning halt up, which is pretty aggressive, and then it dies down from there. So, in the last videos, we talk a little bit about, our scale-up process, and should we be scaling out slower because some things run harder. Some things run harder? Well, nothing runs harder than me, Dad. Meow. Anyways, it worked out perfectly here for us. We really like that. So, not going to change anything there. Maybe we do just hold 1% because I do have something to show you guys today, which is pretty crazy. Wint, I don't even know. I didn't mark anything down for this even. I think it was just moving this morning. I don't think there's any news or anything. Just, low float. It's a pharmaceutical or, we've been pumping those the last week pretty aggressively. Let's see if it has news. Does Wint not even have a wind tree? Is this a Chinese stock? No. There we go. No. No news, right? So that's not great. We don't like this. And it pumped hard though, right? Really good from 78 cents to $1.80. I don't really care for penny stocks though, specifically ones without a catalyst. And look where it ended up, right? Round trip. So, it's one thing if you're day trading this increase in volume, right? You want to play the left side of the apex. Sure, but you do not want to be involved on this right side declining volume. Like that's brutal. So that happened, and on that same note, Marine Shipping Company. I guess that's not really that same note, but after hours activity, morning gap up, but just bled down and didn't do anything. Continued to bleed down, so that's a little weird. I don't think there's any news here either. Usually, if I leave it blank, there's no news, or at least I didn't see it. Yeah, 13 days ago, regaining compliance. So maybe that's like a delayed effect of that news. It could be. SDST. Now, I thought this had something going on with it today. After hours activity, early morning pullback with that reversal. Now, that's. I don't know. Did we play this? Not in the morning, we didn't. Nope. But this would have been gasolina reversal, VWAP rejection. Ooh, that hurts though. But you hold it. You hold the 50, right? You hold at 21. You reclaim the 200. And then on your second try VWAP, it was still pretty dirt. Like, look at all these cans, so volatile. That it did hold though, like in the grand scheme of things when you zoom out. And really nice expansion once it was able to cleanly break through and find some love with the volume increase here. So this was quite nice. SDST. May as well look, see if any of them did have a catalyst. I don't think they did. 18 days ago, no. So just like low floats, this was a penny stock too, right? Which again, that's probably why I avoided it in the mornings. I don't like pennies. I just would rather not, specifically in the summertime when the market's slow. Penny stocks, China stocks. We've talked about this before. I'll watch it, I'll chart it, and I'll learn from the process, but I don't need to play it personally. SQNS. Now they acquired like 700 additional bitcoins. Now they hold 1,000, bringing them into I think like the top 20 or something. And I didn't like this. Like we get in on it because it's going. It's like okay, it's doing its thing. Bitcoin's up, great. Man, I almost got stopped out. Like this was looking real grim for me, and I even considered getting out break even twice. But it broke free. We got our scale. We didn't get the 2-to-1. Just got our regular scale. It happens, That's why we take them. That's why we take those scales. Do I wish it went more? Sure. Would you be down terrible on your entry right now? And that's one thing I like to look like. I almost don't like to be involved in things that die after. I'd rather have suboptimal exits and it keep going because then I know it was like a good trade. This is kind of still holding, so I mean that's fine. SONN. Where's it? SONM? No, this is definitely it. I'm sure that had some news here. They must have. There was another company, SONM, that had buyout offers, but that's different. Announces 888 million business combination to launch a hype cryptocurrency treasure reserve. So that was the news. Wow. Okay. I see you. I see you. I like the number. I don't like hype tokens though. Like, what is that about? There's a lot of negatives here. Oh yeah, the dilution. The dilution we don't like. I mean, we've talked about this. We went through a crypto treasury video. Maybe I'll make a specific video for it. The dilution is absolute murder. So crazy. Moving on. AIFF had some news this morning, but obviously didn't result in too much. We did get our 1-to-1, entering on a VWAP reclaim, stop at the pullback low, right? You got a news pop, pullback, VWAP reclaim, enter on the VWAP reclaim, stop under the pullback, get that scalp out. This was pretty brutal though. This is not good because and that's what I just explained. I don't like when it dies after. Like, that's brutal. Because what if I missed it? What if I went to the bathroom, had a cat jump up? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things. Brutal. Commercial agreement for use of its groundbreaking neuroscience research. I don't know. Obviously wasn't that good. So that was our morning watch list. Morning trades, SQFT. We talked about this already. Where I did get stopped out in the morning of this break of VWAP. We kind of entered in, I think, here. Didn't quite get our scale out. It broke down. But we do re-enter. We get a nice trade. So that was on the top. Then we had SQNS. I don't know if we talked about all of them. Oh, yeah, this was the crypto, the 700 Bitcoins. Then SQFT on the bottom, which was the same trade that we talked about, right? Where we got stopped out early. We re-enter on that reclaim of VWAP, scalp it up, stop loss holds, and we do get that final scale out, which is cool. Then we have AIFF on the bottom, which we already talked about as well. We just finished. And again, this was brutal. It just didn't hold, and I'm almost ashamed to have played this, but it is what it is. And even if it stopped us out and we got it wrong, we're playing based on a specific event and pattern that we can repeat. News pop, pullback, VWAP reclaim, enter at the pullback low, or stop at the pullback low, entry at the VWAP reclaim, and then you just scalp it up, right? We've done that 30 times so far on this channel, and it's a brand new channel, so very common. Daily watch, P&M. I was busy all day, but we'll go through. Really? PNM. Maybe I've got that wrong. I think I do. So, just morning watch. Let's building it up, and I think this even halted up in the morning a couple times, right? We went from 37 to 42, so yeah, that's a halt. For 42, no, that's fine. $7.55 to 7 or to 8, so 2 halts up and then a halt down. Probably no, that was not. A second halt down. So pretty volatile, but just kind of keeping it on watch. Didn't like it though. I mean, that did seem good on that second halt up here, but just couldn't hold, and breaking through VWAP just kills it on the whole day. TROO. Doing some stuff today for sure. This is really nice, actually. Just kind of mid-morning. Nice run up, halt down. So I didn't play this, but if we were going to, this is a really good gap fill strategy, right? Where we have a gap created, and then when we reclaim the gap here, right? This candle here where it opens and closes above the gap, take your entry there, right? Stop below the gap, even if your entry was on this next candle, if you waited for confirmation, which is smart. Right? You don't always have to be a sniper. That's the trade, right? So you create the gap, you reclaim the gap, entry with a stop below the gap. There's your 1-to-1. It went to a 2.8. So you would have, oh, what do we get here? Oh, yeah. You would have got your 3.4, 3.5 to 1 risk reward off of that entry model. And that's an entry model that I'm comfortable playing, right? Just to review how I would have played it if I did. BMGL. Next, what was this doing today? Oh, wow. That's kind of crazy. Low volume, low volume, low volume, low volume, low volume, low volume, low volume. And then all of a sudden, it gets found. It gets found. That's crazy. Specifically when we break this top, right? We have these two highs here. That's like buy side liquidity, right? Once we break through that here, nice expansion, retest that level as support instead of resistance now, and just play it up from there. That's really good. Like you just use that as like a breakout play, right? Here's your level. When it breaks above this, you just like would take entry anywhere here with the stop below it, and it respected it, right? Like even if you got bad entry here, let's draw it out. You know, let's say you got suboptimal entry, you're chasing it, like mid bar. Or let's say you bought the top. You bought the top bar. Let's do it. Here's your stop below that level, and then here's your 1-to-1. So even if you got a really bad entry, still a good trade. It almost went 2-to-1, 1.95. That's so close to, and that's on a bad entry. If you sniped your entry, you know, now you're getting a 5-to-1. If you really sniped your entry, and not even turbo sniped, like, but like just good bar, 6-to-1, you know? Right, when you see this act as support and then bar off of it, entering in on these two candles, this red one, this green one, ooh, those are gas entries. Here, yeah, oh, I entered in at the perfect bottom, but you need to see that that line holds, that support holds. But when you see this wick up, right, you have this lower wick support underneath the body of the candle, not once but twice, and then, you know, it moves up from that. Very good. So, I mean, that's how we would have played that if we did. We did not, though. Daily trades, nothing. Didn't do it. I was kind of busy, but it's always still good to recap the day and how we would have traded it, etc. After hours watch, I don't even know. I was feeling bad because I didn't do much during the day, so I was trying to throw together a list here. Pop and drop. I don't know. We'll see what it does tomorrow. This was kind of sad. It had news. Request for FDA for canine babesiosis. I don't even know what that means, dude. Is that like a dog thing? Or maybe just with your teeth? Could be a vampire, bro. Hermina Wesley Snipes. I'd allow it. NUWE. Pop, drop. Try to reclaim. So let's see what this does tomorrow. Like in theory, let's say we take our entry here. Actually, we wouldn't want it here because it broke down from VWAP. You would be taking it here with your stop here, right? News pop. There's the pullback. Here's the VWAP reclaim. So you got like 2 bars that open up and close below. Even maybe 3 or 4. You could, even potentially more, you could say. I like that first one though, because we're usually pretty on the ball, which is, it's the same level throughout them. Let's see where this opens up tomorrow. Can we get that 1-to-1 with our stop loss being respected? I'm not taking this trade, but if I did, it would have been here, and I would be in the red right now. Let's see how it holds up tomorrow. GRO, I think this was actually holding up. Well, that's not it. Yeah, so this had like nice movement. that news came out and it kind of didn't even like break VWAP. It just kind of held it, expanded upwards, did break, failed the reclaim, holding the 200 though with ease, reversal, getting back above VWAP. So that's actually pretty strong. Definitely want to watch this tomorrow. And it did have some news, 200 million power line construction and $20 million investment. Cool. BLMZ, I hate penny stocks, but you know, whatever. Y'all do what you want to do with your lives. Not for me. Big pop, trend pullback. Holds the 200 though. I mean, I guess that's cool. I'm sure this hits $1 tomorrow, and I didn't get involved at all, but that's just the way things go. And then long term, we started to sell our SBET. We took this just a couple days ago, added it to the long-term portfolio, sitting at a cool plus 35%. We got some sells the other day, slowly scaling out, locking in those profits. We are looking to fill that gap up to 30. It is what it is. It is looking good. You know, we're at 115, which is great, in about 34 days time so far. Just passive swings. We do have some losers waiting on you, GameStop, but it'll go. It'll pay. It'll pay. On that note, GameStop is doing nothing today. Nothing. Right? We're down 2% on our position here. Again, looking to get into the gap, which is at 24, which is going to be its own little celebration, of course. But then to fill the gap up to 28.50 or 28.40 here, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I'll be honest, when things look good, when they look bad. You know, we have basically this death cross setting. The price is below the 21 moving average, which is brutal. You know, you're going to want to reclaim this 21. By that point, the 50 is going to be below the 200, so that you're going to want to reclaim the 50, then finally reclaim the 200, at which point you'll need to hold the 200 with the price action above the red line, right? And then the longer you hold it and the higher above you hold it, the faster the other EMAs, the 50 and 21, will begin to curl up and reverse. And then you need them to reverse. You need the reversal signal like we have here, right? See how the price went above for an extended time? And then we have a reversal signal. And then we have a trend retest. And then we go, right? So there's a lot of things to do still here. First, we need to finish our downtrending, right? We need to break above all of the moving averages, because right now we're still below the 21. So first, break the 21. Second, break, I think at that point it'll be the 50, but the 200 might even be at a similar time. Then we need to hold it. Weeks, maybe, right? Days for sure. At which point the reversal will set. Then we want to retest the reversal. Again, maybe days or weeks. At which point we get the confirmation that it's holding, the reversal set, and then we can start to look at the gap, right? So there's a lot of things that we need to do, you know, for our ignition checklist, if you will, for launch. Right now, buy the lows. Buy the lows under the gap. It's not that hard. And then wait. You know, wait for all those other things to happen. So, you know, we did our daily trade review. We did our long-term portfolio updates. And we even talked about GameStop a little bit. So thank you all so much. Have an absolute magical day. And I'll see you soon in the next. Take care.